Courage to conquer, you know how it is. It's 24 hours a day, that's how I live. Gotta get the courage to conquer. Face your fears, face your fears. My empire, that's the goal. Building that wealth, I'ma get that dough. Hustle hard every day, I'm a ball in my pain. I don't care what you got to say, but you ain't got the courage to conquer. Courage to conquer. Courage to conquer. Courage to conquer.
Hey, all you conquerors out there. I am Earl Himes. This is the beautiful Laura Himes, and this is the Courage to Conquer podcast. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about details. It's all in the details. Things you listen to, things you do, things you being in the moment, paying attention, your work ethic, relationships. It's all in the details. That's what it's about. What makes and break things, it ain't the big stuff. It's all the little bitty things at the end that really truly make a difference in a person's life, job, relationships.
Health.
Those things. Health. Mm-hmm. Those things right there. Yep. And Laura's been dealing with details lately. She's been having to take care of some issues. But she is the detail one. She's the most detailed one of the company who walks properties for us, and she can point things out that literally nobody else ever sees. You know, like we say you bid a job and you get all the stuff going. You're moving walls, you're remodeling, you're framing new walls, opening up doors. That's all done. But then the very end you walk in and go, oh, well, there's not a doorstop. Oh, well, there's no toilet paper holder in the bathroom, you know.
Or it's right where the
or there's
toilet
paint
is.
on the doorknob. You know, or it's in the wrong place. Toilet paper holder's over the back of the toilet, and the towel ring is sitting over there. I mean, or the towel ring's 6 foot up in the air. Why we have it up so high, don't know.
That actually happened today.
Those things have definitely happened. So, you want to talk about some of those details?
Well, so mine is, so right now I'm really focused on health and us working out because we're on our 75 hard. And I think we're on day 23. Is that what we said? 23 now.
Yeah,
because
when this
yesterday was
comes-
22.
A whole lot more after this comes out, but yeah.
But one of the things is the details of my workout. Because even on 75 hard, if you miss an ounce of your water or you short yourself a page in your book, you have to start all over. Mm-hmm. That's how important the details are. But even when I'm working out and I'm doing my workout,
mm-hmm.
like I can sit there and run the ab machine all day, but if I'm not focused on that muscle,
Yeah.
or just like when we were showing Gina the details of when she was doing the reps for her back, and we said squeeze the muscle, and it changes everything.
Right.
So it's the same with your abs. When you're doing your ab workout, I'm squeezing and I'm trying to focus on this, because otherwise you're just there. You're just making the machine move. I don't think you're focused on it. So I feel like that, to me, I've been working on the details of my workout. Like as I'm doing, I'm trying to make sure my posture's right. I'm holding the weight just right. I'm not over going up. You know, I'm focused on the muscle and stuff. And you taught me that because you used to train me.
The little details, the form.
The form
right
and the
muscle.
details.
Because
So it
some
works
of them,
the right muscle.
Some of them are pretty basic, you know. I mean, if you're doing curls, that's going to be the arms, that's going to be the bicep. But when you do back, for instance, you can definitely get the bicep into that workout because you're pulling, but you got to really
not really
squeeze
your
that
back.
back muscle to get that focused on that going in there. So your mind triggers the back muscle, so therefore they know they're the ones working, so you take the bicep out of it.
Yeah.
For instance.
And I think the details, just like, here's one, and I kind of assume this with the details. When people show up to want to work with us, and they come in and they want to do an application, or they go online to the website, we come in for interview, first impressions. I feel like it's in the details.
Yes.
If somebody shows up and they look like they just got out of bed, didn't brush their hair, threw their clothes on, then they're probably not going to do a great job for me.
Walking
and I
smell
really
like,
do
walking
look at
smell
that.
like weed.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
happens
And
a lot
everybody has their
nowadays.
own thing, but not at your interview, people, or at work. Yeah, but no, I do. I look at the details when someone, how they sit, how they talk, how they act, if they're really communicating with me in the interview.
And something I was doing a long time ago with this, and I get back into it, is when somebody pulls in and they come in for the interview, you have somebody go out there and check the car out, check the vehicle out, see what it looks like. If it's nice, if it's cleaned, if it's taken care of, or if it's a total wreck.
We look at their social media now.
I do outdoor work. Yeah, social media is part of it. Yeah, you can some of it, but I do outdoor workouts sometimes out here in the parking lot, and we have a daycare over here, and there's a car that's parked there over here that I get to walk by, and there's one car there. Literally, the entire car is full of trash, literally except for the driver's seat, the passenger seat. We're talking all the way up to the window. to the windows here. We're not talking the windows to the walls.
Maybe they
I
have
mean,
a side
it's
hustle,
crazy.
removing trash
Well,
somewhere.
maybe so, but it's the same. It's the same.
The detail.
Same cups, same bags, and they just don't care. So for us, it's like it's just how you're not very detailed. And if you want to clean my house for me, you want to be a cleaner, but then your things ain't clean. How can you do that?
You have to really be detailed, I feel like, in a construction company, because when you're working your bids, if you're not detailed enough or you're giving somebody a job, we get this a lot.
Work orders, big time.
We get a lot. So you might say, I need you to install a blind in the living room. I think that's pretty common sense. We're going to install the blind. But for some reason, if you do not make sure that you put all the hardware on the blind. Make sure you take your trash with you. Please lower the blind before you leave. It's like, oh, that wasn't on the work order. So we have to be so detailed. I didn't used to understand because Earl would say, you got to explain it. And I feel like, well, I'm treating them like a kid. They're full grown men, But you're like, if you're not detailed enough, they come back and then they have an argument. Well, you didn't say to take my trash with me when I got there.
As soon as we think we are detailed enough, we find out that we did not dummy it down enough because someone will prove us wrong. Like, well, you didn't say that. So that does happen. So that's what that's about.
Yeah.
As far as work, definitely. All the little details in the house. I mean, Chaz, he's a realtor as well. He walks houses all the time. I'm sure going, what in the world is that? That little stuff like this. Where did that come from? He trying to get a property sold, and the company's supposed to come in and take care of the details. And guess what? They didn't take care of any of the details. He was telling us. Relationships too is the details of, what your partner likes. My wife, what she likes best as far as
what's my love language? No.
Like her favorite food, for instance, or the types of clothes, movies, what they like. So, because, she's not really, she don't mind what do you call it? The action movies, a little bit, but no, she's
I do
not
it
really,
for you.
I know. See, exactly. She does for me because she knows what I'm into.
Yeah.
She knows my details.
Yeah.
She had, if she could eat potato chips all day, she could have some bread. Oh,
bread.
You
I'm
go.
not a chip person.
You go get some bread. Some sauce. Go get
bread.
an Italian and do all that. It's all day. It's all day.
Talking about my details. I'm changing those details. But when you're doing anything, I think it's just about, it comes down to the details of what you're doing. I feel like the work orders, that was a good example because we own a construction company. So I always okay, when we're putting out work orders to the girls, you got to be detailed with your work orders. Otherwise they don't get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, even in,
and like you said, though, we've done it, like me, we've both done it so many times that we already know what it's like. Mm-hmm. But we didn't really break it down for somebody else.
We assume too much that they
we
know.
Assume, and that's, of course,
they're a contractor. They've been doing this for 20 years. I'm like,
well, when you tell me you can do everything, I take your word at it. So that's my problem. I'm taking people's word of stuff they say they can do that they cannot do.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
We need pictures.
But, and actually, Chaz brought this up a while ago about you can learn something more about details when you are in the moment, when you're talking to someone and you're totally focused on them, what they're totally listening to them. Mm-hmm. About what's going on, problems, situations, or the story, or whatever they're telling you about. You pick up so many more things by just truly being in the moment at that time for those details.
Yeah, I agree.
So the little small things, like you mentioned, 75 hard. Okay, nobody's going to know. If you cut back. Well, that's kind of more of a 100% thing, but just by yourself, you're outside work that's 45 minutes. I'd say you only did it 40 minutes. But that right there will be what start dribbling over to where next thing you know, so therefore down the road you're going, well, you missed something because your details wasn't quite good enough because you really didn't get here like you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Because like we say, working out, when you get into like bodybuilding stuff, those trainers, they know the details. They know for a fact. When you get in there next day, they know if you have any carbs last night. Oh no, not at all. I didn't have. Really? Because they know right then. They can look at you and tell.
Your trainer
yes,
used to
I know
tell
exactly what you had last night. Because he can look at your body. He knows the details of your body, how you're sculpting out to where things exactly are and how it's going to be.
So pay attention to the little details.
The details take the time.
Mm-hmm. Take the time.
Focus, all those little details, pinpoint everything out. No shortcuts. Hey, so go out and have the courage to conquer the life you want to live.